Well, y'all, I'm headed home. We went to Bath and Body and a few more things, errands I ran. Now I gotta go home. I got a sandwich from Burger King, so I gotta still get on the treadmill. And we gotta start cooking. I'm gonna start my mac and cheese tonight. Tomorrow I'll do my dressing. Bye. Alright, I'm getting ready to start on my stovetop dressing, okay? It's not going to take long. I'm watching Man on the Inside on Netflix while I do this. Alright, I just got off the treadmill, so I'm sticking to my shit. Get this cut up just a little bit, and then I'll be back. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and cook up the sausage while I cut up my veggies and my onions. Here's some avocado oil. I'm going to get this fried up, put it in the dressing. Get our links cooked up, y'all. Alright, so I have my celery and onions cut up really small. Okay, and I'm going to saute them into my meat and soften them up. Okay, so let's get that done. Alright, so here's my my Italian sausage. It's hot Italian sausage. This is the brand we like. Tastes really good. So I got that with my celery and onions. Look at that coming together. Yep, it doesn't have to be all the way cooked, because now I'm gonna melt my stick of butter. I need a bigger container because I'm gonna melt my stick of butter in this pot, and I'm gonna add my chicken broth, and I'm gonna season it up, and I'll be back. So my stick of butter is melted, and I'm gonna just take my meat and add it to my butter, and I'll be back. Alright, so you just mix everything in, and now I'm going to add a little seasoning. The only seasoning I'm going to add is I add a little bit of sage and pepper, not a lot, and then I add my beef broth. No, don't add any salt, because I use that stovetop stuffing which has salt in it, and I use that stick of butter that has salt in it, you know, the beef broth, all that. So be careful with the salt. Okay, let me get that added. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm gonna add my chicken broth. I use the whole container of chicken broth, and I buy two just in case I need a little more, or you can make it, of course. But I'm gonna add this to my mixture, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so now I just take one box of your stovetop, and then I take some cornbread stuffing bread, or you could just use 2 bags of stovetop, but I like to use the stuffing bread too sometimes if I got it. So I usually get the Pepperidge Farm, but they were out of stock, so it's fine, it don't matter. You just need the cornbread. Alright, then I add about like half of this bag because it's kind of big. So I'm gonna add like half of this cornbread. See, oh, I'm sorry. You see how that one doesn't have all that seasoning on it? It's just the bread. Yep. Get that in there, about half of that. You could always add more because I don't measure. But anyway. Okay. Now all I'm going to do is pour my meat and broth and veggies in here. I'll be right back. Alright, so you just take your broth. Now I add meat. You don't have to add meat, but this is what we like. Adds flavor. Okay, now I'm gonna mix all this up, and I'll be back because I'm checking for consistency at this point, and the bread is gonna swell up a little bit, so let me mix it together. All right, so you just start mixing everything in, and I can always add more stuffing, or I can add more breadcrumbs. My consistency will be fairly thick, not liquidy. Okay, I do add cream of chicken soup, like 2 cans. And I add a couple of eggs as well. It smells so good. Alright, let me get my soup and open it up. And I think I like to do cream of chicken and cream of celery, but I just use cream or whatever I got for the most part. I'll be right back. Look, I had one of both. Boop. And I also had some cream of mushroom in there, some French onion. So I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to use. But anyway, add both of these. All right, added my soup. Now we're going to get this added in. I won't know towards the end if I'm going to add more breadcrumbs. Because, again, it's the consistency. All right, so let me get this mixed in. Then I'm going to add like 3 eggs in. And I think I will be adding some more breadcrumbs. But let's get the eggs in here. I'll be back. We're almost done. All right, y'all. So I preheat my oven to 400. So this is a little too thin for me. Okay? So I have to add some more. You can add some more either breadcrumbs or some more stovetop. I'm going to add a little bit more stovetop. Because I'll show you the consistency I want. But while I'm getting that together, I'm going to put some butter on the bottom and just grease my casserole dish. I'm going to put it in and put the oven to 400 so it's ready to go, okay? And then it's almost done. Bye. All right, so just add a little bit at a time so I can make sure I get the consistency I want. And I'll just keep mixing, but I'll tell you when it gets there to how I want it, okay? So to clarify, did he attack you because you and then I'll be back. And then while this is in the oven, about 40 minutes or so, I'll clean up my kitchen. And then tomorrow I'll just do my mac and cheese. Alright, this is about the consistency that I want. You see that? It thickened up and I can feel like it in my wrist, like how thick it is. This is going to be so good, y'all. Alright, so I used up a little bit more than half of this, so it's still a little bit left. Oh Lord, I'm about to make a mess. All right, so let me get this greased up, and then the oven is still heating up. All right, ready to pour my dressing in my casserole dish, and then I'm gonna cover it up with foil, stick it in the oven on 400 for about 40 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, it's oven ready, y'all. Don't that look good? Let me spray my foil, put it on here, and get it in the oven. I'm gonna clean up, finish watching my movie, and I will let you see. Because after 40 minutes, I'm gonna take the foil off, stick it back in there, and let it cook a little bit longer without the foil. And then that's it. But I'll be back. Take my pan, spray my foil. You guys know I like to do that. It keeps my food, especially if I cook with cheese or something, but it keeps it from my food sticking to foil, okay? Make sure you wrap it real tight, okay? All right, into the oven it goes. All right, y'all, pulling it out the oven. I always love taking the foil off. Boy, oh boy. Yes, sir. All right, this is how we looking, okay? Now we pop it back in the oven, y'all. Still on 400, just take the foil off, and I'll come back and check on it in about 10 minutes. I'm sleepy, y'all. It's only 9 o'clock. The dressing's almost done. And then I gotta let it cool down before I put it in the refrigerator. But I'm watching this vlog. But I will be going to sleep early. My husband's already fell asleep in a chair. And I'm going to be going to bed, I guess, by probably around 10 or so. Hopefully I don't fall asleep. Let me see. You see me? Hopefully I don't fall asleep in the recliner. But, okay, bye, y'all. All right, y'all. Here is the finished outcome. Looking good. Now I just got to let it cool off so I can put it up. And then I can go to bed. All right, y'all. Peace.